Welcome to Day 10. Today's subject is one that most people either avoid entirely or handle badly, which is loss, and the fact that everything you have is temporary. The Stoics were not cold about this. Seneca grieved deeply when he lost friends. There are letters where you can feel the weight of it. Marcus Aurelius buried several of his own children. These were people who understood loss from the inside, not from a comfortable theoretical distance. And what they practiced was not detachment or indifference, but something much harder and much more honest, which is the discipline of holding what you love with open hands. The idea, and it's a difficult one, is not that things don't matter because they end. The idea is the opposite, that things matter precisely because they end. The temporary nature of everything you have, your relationships, your health, your career, your life itself, is not a flaw in how the world works. It is how the world works. And when you refuse to accept that, when you hold on to things with a clenched fist and insist that they must last forever, you set yourself up for a kind of suffering that goes beyond the loss itself. You suffer the loss, and you suffer the outrage that it happened. And the second suffering is entirely optional, because it's based on an argument with reality that you were never going to win. Epictetus puts this with a kind of bluntness that can feel harsh the first time you hear it. He says, "Never say about anything that you have lost it. Say that you have returned it. Your child, your spouse, your career, your youth. None of these things were yours in the permanent sense. They were given to you for a time, and when that time ends, something is being returned, not lost." Now that's a hard thing to sit with, and I don't expect it to feel comfortable. But there's something inside it that is genuinely useful, which is this. When you accept that everything you love is temporary, you're not diminishing it. You're seeing it more clearly. And the clarity doesn't take away from the experience. It actually deepens it. Because you stop taking things for granted in the way you inevitably do when you assume they'll always be there. There's a second thing the Stoics understood about loss, which is that gratitude and grief are not opposites. Most people believe they are, that if you're sad about losing something, you can't also be thankful for having had it, as though one feeling cancels the other. But the Stoic understanding is that these two can exist in exactly the same space at the same time, and that the ability to hold both is a form of maturity that saves you an enormous amount of unnecessary suffering. So the exercise today is this. Think of something you have lost: a person, a position, a relationship, a version of yourself that no longer exists, and write one sentence about what it gave you while you had it. Not what you miss, because you already know that. What it gave. That's when you stop feeling like you have to choose between sadness and gratitude. Tonight, read this sentence from Epictetus. "Never say about anything that I have lost it, but that I have returned it." Then do your evening review. I'll see you tomorrow.